Hey guys, this is Allison from Alley Cat Creations. How are you? Please thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't done so already, I appreciate it. And if you get anything from my work, a connected that, an epiphany, a mind-blown moment, a new book to read, a new author to explore, please consider supporting my work. All those links are down at the bottom of the video. Hi, everybody. Spiritual Soul Advice is going to be an interesting one. There's a lot I'm seeing in the world. And it's getting harder. I'm being tested by the universe, by the way, big time. And I hopefully will pass. Don't have to repeat this. I did a video and then I deleted it. Too many tangents. I pulled oracle cards. I'm going to be pulling some because the things that I'm seeing going through my personal life and also the exterior life that I have, there's some really deep shit coming out into the ether right now. Deep. And it's playing out, and a lot of people are very unaware about it. A lot of people don't realize we just got out of, and we're still in the energy of the partial lunar eclipse. That's going to play out for a few days. And those energies are very high. And between those eclipses and what we're in, Scorpio, hi Scorpions, hi Scorpios. We're in the death and rebirth phase of life. Congratulations. We're being rebirthed. Though we got a ways to go. And a lot of things have to play out in humanity right now. And what needs to be understood and embodied, which I know there are people doing the work. And you have to realize you're ascending on your own time. You wrote it in for your script. No one else. You and Source, you and your higher self wrote this script together. And you're playing a role. You're very much needed. And you will go when it's your time, not when someone else tells you it's your time. Sorry, we're moving timelines still. We are traversing time, space, time. We are being ping-ponged. And I've been saying that for a while in different videos, different topics. A piece of paper isn't going to tell you everything. It's going into your heart space, feeling it, knowing it, intuiting it, listening to your heart. Things are playing out in the exterior world right now. And there's a lot of arguing. There's a lot of older people acting as children. There's a lot of suppressed anger. There's a lot of suppression. There's a lot of release. And in this release is a lot of subconscious things. There's a lot of programs people are trying dearly to get rid of. And it's getting confusing out there. Just plain and simple. What you are on the inside reflects on your outside. Right? Like there's so much chaos around me. And I am very uncomfortable with chaos, but I've learned to accept my limitations and give myself compassion and grace that what's going on behind me and all of this is because I'm actively working, actively doing. But there's a lot of people who have a lot of chaos in their lives that they cause, and they are projecting that chaos onto other people. And things are being misinterpreted and misconstrued. You got to take the reins and start simplifying your life. Because when you simplify your life, the clarity that you need is going to come. That's from the angels, by the way. When you simplify your life, things can tend to get a little easier because you see all the dynamics evolved. This camera is going to make me angry. What are you waiting for? The life you dreamed awaits you. What are you waiting for, guys? I know my dreams are coming true. They're manifesting. I stopped having expectations what that looks like. Right? When we stop having expectations on what is going to come in your life, as long as it's good and it's going to make you content and happy, what else matters at the end of the day? Sorry, guys, this camera. I have gremlins. So those of you guys who do watch me and see me, I haven't really been in the chats because I have gremlins. They don't want me to seed what you guys need. And those that do read my messages, kudos. I applaud you. And thank you. I'm just here as a servant of God, traversing the universe, trying to help everybody. The problem is a lot of people think I am a woo-woo nightmare, and I can already know who's thinking those things. Does it matter to me? No. When you fully understand and understand that I'm a part of you and I'm just playing another role that you're not, gets interesting. Peace is just a thought away. Sure is. There's a reason why my phone went off. To remind me, I have some things to read that will enlighten most of you. Your thoughts manifest on this outside. So if you don't have the peace within here and you're overthinking, overstimulated, always on the go, think, and you're not calming the voice inside your head to stop construing and going through your day. I mean, you can always go and do Brian Scott's revision meditation where you revise your day. So if you had a shitty, not the best day ever, right? And it's okay. It's a part of the experience. Change your mindset. But if we're in the beginning, middle stages of like trying to figure out and stopping yourself, revise your day. So in a meditation, Brian takes you into a state where you're reliving your entire day, but you're making little changes and you're imagining it and seeing it happen. So if someone sideswiped you, not a big deal, but it knocked you off your day and it took you off another path. revise it so that you never got sideswiped. Right. You got to be at peace in your mind, because what is in here is projecting out here. You create your own reality. So if there's chaos all around you, whether it be thoughts, people, places, things, we need to get releasing all of that stuff. And here's the problem. It's happening in mass. So the world is going to look a little strange, a little crazy, a little out of whack, out of tune. And that's because we're going through a major purge period. We, I think, are in Scorpio season. We're in the death and rebirth season. Are you doing the work so that your old self can go by? Thank you for that experience. Thank you. I needed all of that, but now I'm rebirthing. Eckhart Tolle. Rather than being your thoughts and emotions, be the awareness behind them. That's important. Are you going within and doing your work? Because right now I'm going to say something and a lot of you might not like it. Where we go one, we go all. But there's a major problem with that statement. Most people are not including all. They're including the sum. When you start dividing people and judging and not understanding it's a part of God's existence, I read the Kabbalion on this channel. Go find the Kabbalion and go to the section about polarity and understand that God is both poles. And the exercises that they're talking about in there is the pendulum swings positive to negative. And it's up to you and your mindset and what's going on in your brain to change that, where that pendulum is only swinging so far up, but it has resistance going back. And again, you're going to have each day is a different pendulum swing. You might wake up and be to the extreme negative. Okay. That happens. So how are we going to knock this pendulum to neutral? Take the bird's eye view. Look down objectively, not biasly. Okay, what can I do better about how I'm thinking about myself, how I'm going about my day? What are the things that I can do to change in my mind to flip this day and make it better? Instead of getting angry and frustrated and having anxiety and throwing a hissy fit like a 5-year-old. Okay, that's for 5-year-olds. They need to do that. They have too much energy and they have to expend it somehow. Tantrums are fun. Not really. But it's only frustration built up in the body that has not been released. Sorry, guys. The weather has been wonky here, too. I had snow this morning. I was out last night trick-or-treating, and it was freezing. So I'm a bit tired. That's why I didn't do a video yesterday. If you are outgoing, who have you been? Outgrowing, sorry. If you are outgrowing who you've been, you are right on schedule. Keep evolving. Self-love is the way to raise the vibrational frequency of not only yourself, but every being and every human you come into contact with. This is why I'm doing these spiritual soul advices. self-love. I know all about it. It's been a journey. My life has been hard, and many of us have hard lives. We all have different circumstances and things that get us to where we are right now, in the present moment. Many of you who talk to me, I know there's a lot of trauma there, right? I have a lot of trauma. I transcended it. I cleared it. I released it. I let it go. I gave it love because I needed those experiences. I needed those feelings. I needed to walk the walk in order to talk the talk. That's all that is. So each and every moment you have the consciousness of expanding source energy into this vehicle, but it's also expanding out so you could see a bigger picture. Are you looking at that picture? Are you making adjustments where you are conscious to see them? Right now is a difficult time because a lot of suppressed, unconscious behavior is spewing out of people. I'm seeing it a lot within friendships and dynamics that once worked. And people are starting to see what no longer serves them. And the people that might not no longer serve them. People might look like they're going in different directions in different ways. This is going to be a little bit of a norm for a little bit. So what I say, if you're having a conflict with a friend, a family member, take space. We're all purging things out of our old selves right now into reality so it gets out of us. So those things are projecting in many different forms and fashions. People are very testy. People have more an attitude and the sarcasm is flying. People are making backhanded comments. These are just things from childhood, high school age bullshit that is playing out. When you start noticing it, seeing it, feeling it, that's time to have the recognition to change your mindset and ignore it. Don't absorb it. Release. I know, easier said than done. I get it. I do. But we need to release. We did not choose everybody else's roles. They chose it for themselves. We made arrangements with people to do certain things, so we have soul growth and experience. And on a humanity scale, that looks like what's playing out in our paradigm. But are we only blaming one section of people and not another? Are we just pointing the finger at one race or of people or religion of another? I will say it until the cows come home and sing. They're a part of God in this experience. Whether or not their God is Satan or not, Satan is a part of God's paradigm. You can disagree with me, it's fine. But it's important to get these cards read. Because healing is a forever thing, doesn't end. And here's the reason why I'm doing this video. Revitalize and uplift. Allow the tears to flow. Because when you can release, all right, now everybody's a crier, okay? If you can get to a smash room, if you can get a speed bag, if you can just scream into your pillow, whatever it is that you need to do to release the anger, the frustration, the anxiety, the nervousness, stop projecting everything that is in your paradigm and blaming everything else besides yourself. It's not about blaming yourself. It's about taking ownership that you have some things to release and you got to let it go. Okay, I could be Elsa for Halloween. Of the hair. Let it go. Revitalize and uplift yourself, and then you'll be able to uplift others. Find balance. Seek balance between doing and being. If we're not revitalizing and uplifting ourselves, we need to find the balance in that. But my family, but my job, but my dog, but my cat, but the butt. Especially empaths, you're absorbing all this gunk from the outside. If you're not doing your work in shielding, protecting, bubbling, that's self-care. Find a balance. Not saying not to take care of your family. Like today, the guy I just started seeing was in a bind. He called me up and he said, hey, the school is literally up the block from your house. I need a favor. I got stuck at work. I really need somebody to pick my kids up from practice. Can you do that? Sure. Didn't even want to like blink an eye, because he came and helped me with my car, and he also helped me move out of storage where I had people here and they couldn't help me. They chose not to. Or they just weren't thinking about me. So I did something that I knew would help. And it gave me time to talk with the kids, right? But I did my work today. Balance. Just like as I'm saying, make time, breathe with the green spaces around you. So this morning in Northwest Indiana, it snowed last night. I trick-or-treated in squalls of snow. Had a really good time, had fun. But I was in nature. And as cold as it was, I find beauty in cold. This morning I woke up and I was freaking more out about the cat outside Little Thor than anything else. I'm like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? I don't like the idea that he wants to be outside. I don't like it because it's getting cold. But it is what it is. He steers this ship. So I went out to put the food there and I sat by the window and just looked at how pretty it snowed like an inch, but it was really pretty to see it amongst the fall colors. And I just sat there in silence, just observing the awe of what beauty nature is. If we take the time to do that and be grateful for the things that we do get to see and experience, it'll make things a lot easier. Find the beauty in this world. I think that's where a lot of people are stuck. They're seeing all the trauma playing out. They're seeing all the karma playing out. They are projecting this stuff out. So it's materializing in our existence. And you have the conscious choice to transcend it and let it go and go, okay, I'm not going to buy into this stuff anymore? Or are you going to it's up to you. Inner secrets. All of you is worthy. Doing your inner work is vital. Going into meditation, at least bubbling yourself, is vital. And again, what I do, when I go and do my artwork, I put binaural beats on. I have a whole like ceremonial thing that I do. I light sage. I hold the gems. I'm putting intentions and things, right? Like each of these take time because I'm really putting a lot of energy into what I'm doing. It's meditative. I feel at one with myself and with source. I feel like focusing on that stuff is worth my time than worrying about, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. I should have found a job by now. Oh my gosh. Right? Like, we've been trained to walk through this life and worrying about everybody else, worrying about ourselves, but more about everybody else, worrying and holding in things because it's not appropriate to speak your feelings. It's not appropriate to be honest with somebody. Everything is behind the back and both. And it's not easy right now to navigate this world. I can tell you that much. It's not easy to navigate this world, but we need to be here for each other. And a lot of people are in different spots right now. And that's what I'm seeing in the collective and what's becoming very difficult for me. As we are all expanding, I'm getting a lot of gremlins because they don't want me to see my messages. They don't. Because what's going on inside of me is happening to a lot of you. And what's happening to a lot of you is chaotic. And when I try to give solutions, my chats disappear, my words are backwards on my phone, and I'm switching in between 4 devices and trying to get in chats and try to help people. But the universe is kind of be like, well, half of that is true with the gremlins and the other half is not so much. A lot of us are being redirected and re-steered. And if you get those hints, you'll be better for it. And again, it's not, yeah, the things that no longer serve us are going to leave. They're going bye-bye. Bye-bye. But there are still things that we need to close out and still deal with, but that we need to give space for. Time to do it differently. Go beyond what you have done before. Very important for us to know about this. As you're making time for yourself, as you're making time for yourself, as you're finding balance, as you do your revitalization and your upliftment. Yeah. You're going to start doing things a lot differently because you see the world a little bit different. You're going to react differently. Your mind is going to react different. Don't have fear for making changes in your life. Don't have fear. Step in with courage. Be the knight in shining armor. Can you be that? For those artistic people out there, explore, love, create. The only thing that holds you back is you. This is true. I'm creating. I also don't have expectations. Some things will turn out great, others not so much, right? I don't have expectations anymore because when you set your fixation on an expected outcome, that outcome may happen, but other times it does not. And it gets a little wonky doodle. Very much so. This, the way is clear. Awaken to the power within you. You have to embody it, understand it, so that miracles happen. Give the universe your clear intention. I asked a very long time ago for a family. I dropped my expectations of what that looks like. And now I'm presented with a family. When I stopped and dropped my expectations of what that looks like, it literally rang my doorbell. I dropped the concept that I needed love, that I love myself enough, that I'll be okay regardless if I have someone in my life or not. Yeah, we all need help, right? We should be doing that for each other. Amish mindset should just not be, oh, what is somebody gaining from me? You're helping your other self. You're walking the righteous way of God. Get yourself out of the way. Right? We have human limitations for a reason. We have experiences for a reason. Get out of your way. This is pretty. I connect to the earth and all life, not some, around me. And I'll say this, going into nature to ground and connecting to the trees and the bushes and the flowers and embodying yourself and merging to be one with it, that will help you. I accept renewal and delights in fresh starts because we're in Scorpion season. Scorpio, we are rebirthing. We are in the Death card in the tarot. I choose to nourish myself and enrich my life. Guys, this is the work that needs to get done. I can't do it for you. I can only give you my experiences and show you the results in hopes that you will make those conscious changes to walk in your truth, to embody what you are, to love thyself, to know thyself. It's difficult right now because of the energies playing out. But if you let them affect you and worry you and bother you, and oh my God, the world's coming to an end, there's a solar flare, this, that, and the other thing. I mean, that's just one paradigm playing out. God has many faces and many agendas. Game of Thrones had a very good, close to perfected concept of that with the many-faced god Arya was working with. There's a god with many faces. I suggest watching Game of Thrones. There's a lot of predictive programming, but also a lot of divulging of things, concepts, if you will. As we walk through the shadow of the valley of death, are you choosing to dwell or enhance yourself so that you can push through? This deck is interesting. And I'm going to read it in this order because I think it flows better. Adversary, hard work, diligence, progress, challenges, adversary. This is going on in our exterior world. You have two wolves. Which one are you feeding? It's your choice. If you're putting hard work in, but you're feeding one wolf and not the other, or you're not balancing feeding them equally, what do you think is going to happen in your paradigm? What is going to project outside of your living experience? Right? We want to have diligence. We want to be having progress, but you've got to change your mindsets. Don't feed one wolf and neglect the other. You need to feed both of them equal, so they leave you alone. Stoicism, peaceful, harmonious, receptiveness, manifestation. Once you get clear and feed both wolves, we're going to start manifesting. And again, don't have expectations what that might look like, but just know they're going to appear. Just have faith that they are. Put your foot forward. Sage, harmony, acceptance, calm, serenity, and patience. Patience, key word here. Okay, when you put something into manifestation, I think I asked for certain things as a child, and now they're playing out. Didn't ever think that many of those things were ever going to play out in my life, right? And not that I had negative self-speak, but at times you do. You question yourself. You question your motives. You're supposed to. Life is a strange entity. Either you're going to face it or you're going to run from it. Face it. It's worth it. Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel works on the ruby ray, which is made up of purple and gold. It is the ray of wisdom and spirituality. You are blessed to attract this angel card, for he will bring you serenity, love, tranquility, and peace. You, in your turn, are invited to spread these beautiful qualities to others. Connecting with Archangel Uriel will enable you to aspire to oneness with all humanity. So guys, I just don't pick this shit out of my butt. I don't. This is a high state of grace, which will bring you freedom and joy. Visualize yourself in a purple and golden cloak. Invoke Archangel Uriel's help to raise your consciousness. I am one with everyone in peace and serenity. Make that your mantra. For those of you who are having problems with duality and polarity right now. Again, understanding that it's all God. The bad, the good. Bad, the good. It all serves a purpose. It's here to give you an experience. When you could take all the nitpicky stuff out of it and just see it as that is a learning tool, you don't give it too much of your energy anymore because you're transcending that fact that it's God. Hope. Hope indicates that the sun is about to come out in the area of your life. The angel wisdom reminds you that your spirit is immensely resilient and powerful. So keep faith with your dreams and visions. Remember, the universe wants you to have your heart's desires. It is simply waiting for you to believe you deserve it before the angels bring it to you. Do your part by deciding what you truly want. Then send out positive thoughts for the changes you seek for the fulfillment of your wish. Ask the angels for help, and they will fan the sparks of potential and bring them to life. Hope is a magnetic quality which attracts the great and beautiful into your life. I am eternally optimistic. Sorry, guys, the camera is bonkers. Once again, Spirit is bringing it. When we negative self-speak and make habits, we need to stop doing that. You need to go in your heart space and ask yourself, am I worth it? And each and every day you are, because you're alive. Your heart's beating. Okay? The world around you might not be perfect. Your body might not be perfect, but your heart's still beating and you still serve a purpose. So why aren't you making the best day out of what God gave you? In each moment of your life, no matter how chaotic, go inside and thank at least yourself for doing the best that you can in those moments in that day. Have hope that things that you want to manifest are going to manifest, and the things that you desire will come to you. But you can only do that if you change your mindset and and make things different. You won't see the signs if you keep looking in the same places. You won't recognize things if you keep thinking the same old way. That's not going to work anymore. It might to an extent. Are you challenging yourself every day? Creativity. We are angelic messengers, are here to help unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. Let go of fear and apprehension and express the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow your inner child within you to express your true essence. all is valid. No one's asking you to do stuff like I do, right? What is it that you like to create? And give yourself a moment, 10 minutes a day to create. I know people are in school, the kids are going to soccer practice, and they're doing this and they're doing that. And ooh, in those moments where there is a breath to take the conscious breath, right? Include your kids if you have them. If not, be creative. What is something that you could do? But for the practical everyday human being traversing this world and trying to do inner work, but you got the husband, you got the kids, you got the wife, you got the kids, you got this and your mother-in-law and this thing and that, right? It's a lot. But you got to take time. Incorporate people. That's why they have paint nights. You can go with your girlfriends or your guy friends and sip on bubbly. This is water, by the way. You can go throw axes, those places that have fun, right? What is it that you can do that can be creative, where you're having yourself have fun? You're being in the moment. You're using your abstract thinking to create, whether it be music, a piece of artwork, a piece of literature, a craft. Again, if you're not somebody who's savvy and you don't feel like you're creative, and you have kids, no matter what age, sit with them and do a project. Find something that all of you can commonly do, whether it be pottery. You can go to Home Depot and decorate your own pot for your plant, right? The holidays are coming up, and Halloween just ended, and a lot of people, it's satanic, it's evil. Okay, only if you make it that way. I'm taking it back. I'm claiming Halloween back for the light. I think Halloween is one of the most creative holidays possible, next to Christmas. And the reason being is that most people are being inventive and don't have the money to spend on a costume. So people get inventive and creative in making their own and having those unique abstract ideas. Well, what is it that I can be that can win a contest? What is it that I could be that no one else is thinking of that I could pull off? Even the kids, right? When they're thinking about what they want to embody, they're trying to be something more than themselves because they don't comprehend what they are already in here, right? This is an opportunity to give and express that creative spark within a kid to be like, all right, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? I think it's very important. I saw very inventive costumes out while I was walking yesterday. It was beautiful. And the fact of the matter is, they're getting, candy's not good for you, but they're understanding the lesson of going and asking a stranger to do something for them, and they're getting the results. So therefore, this holiday's about being humble and generous. I don't take it as satanic. Never did, never will. Don't really care. If you choose to feed that evil wolf its supper and not the light, still of source. Well, it's a pagan holiday, Allison, and that's still of source. Everything is of source. Where we go one, we go all. That means the Satanists are coming with us. Congratulations, because they're of source. They might not be going to the same ascension mechanics like we are, but that doesn't mean they're not ascending like us. They are. It might be looking different. But again, who are you to judge? Guardian angel. Trust. All unfolds in perfect timing. This is the hard part, guys. I've been waiting 40 years for somebody to walk into my life that was right for me. And I was only going to walk that path if it came into my purview. I was content being alone. Sucks, but I was content with it. But divine timing is something that we don't know about. Many of us who are like fire signs, like we need it now, right? Sometimes you have to wait because things have to be orchestrated on the outside to work for the inside so that it could project and manifest properly on the outside. I know that's very like a mouthful of marbles to say, but trust the plan. God's plan. You are one with divine will. Focus only on love, and all you truly desire will manifest at the most perfect moment. Be patient. I, your guardian angel, are watching over you. Waiting is hard. I did it my whole life. Some people wait longer, right? I'm only 40. But other people take a lot longer. You have to go within and love yourself. When you sit with yourself and you'll release things, you change your mindset, you change your thinking, you'll start seeing things more clearly. Things will be presented to you. And when you're looking for the signs, you're starting to look not just at the signs you're already knowing, right? Like, oh, like that penny is my parent and that butterfly might be my grandma, right? But maybe there's more subtle signs that you're not picking up on. And I got one of those tonight, and I will share it with you. I wanted to know why this guy came into my life and what's the purpose for this person. And in the couple of weeks that I've been seeing him and things are unfolding, I'm seeing a bigger picture. Again, not judging. His girls is what I need they're a mirror for me to look into them, to reflect it back onto myself. Because they remind me of myself. And I see the destruction happening within them. And that's the very thing that I am now purposed to help them stop. That is how my soul is going to release my childhood trauma, is by helping others not repeat my mistakes. They're going to have their own mistakes and their own lessons and learnings, but they don't necessarily need the trauma. And that's how I'm going to heal myself at a deep, darker level. Because for me, I unravel my levels of understanding, learning, and experience to gain the wisdom to impart on others. So me walking the walk, me looking in the mirror, but not the mirror that I look into in the morning and say, I love you, I'm worthy, I'm beautiful. It's a mirror of two complete, just about strangers. Two girls who I could see myself in, who are going to mirror back to me behavior that I already played out. And I have to deal with that in a calm, righteous manner. It's going to be interesting. But this way, I get to heal myself while healing them and guiding them. And not to say they need this experience, but they need to have faith that someone's here to help show the way. And I wish I had that when I was 11, 12 years old. Don't we all? But we need more of the light to come in. So here I am, spreading it. I'm going to pull some affirmations. And I'm going to pull an overall. It's a short read, but a necessary one. I just can't. If you don't see me in the chat, it's gremlins. And if you see me, just know that what I'm putting in the chat is for a reason. Might not be for you right now, but I hope you read it. And those of you who are like, what the hell are you talking about? My time doing that might come short to a close. And not because I don't love everybody. It's just, I have bigger fish to fry and bigger missions to walk down. And I have to do what serves me and my soul's journey. And all of you do too. So I'm playing everything very slowly and by ear, so don't worry, I'm not leaving my chair. There's other people, though, that I have to take a distance from. Today, I have faith. Today, I have faith and truly believe that anything is possible. Because anything is possible if you will it into existence. Today, I am energetic. Today, I am filled with an incredible energy and enthusiasm to face this day. My day was chaotic and I faced it. And I did it enthusiastically. Today, I am focused. Today, I will be productive and feel good about doing the hard work that I need to do. Ding, ding, ding. I know that more people are starting to do the work. You have to start somewhere. Guys, I'm not here to judge you. Sorry, my back is killing me. And that's like ascension symptoms and my energy being stuck. I get it, guys. This is not light stuff. And I'm going to keep doing these short, long, and indifferent because I really, truly care about each and every person that traverses my life, whether you have ever wrote a message on my comments or not. It's not important. The importance is that you're getting the energy, you're getting the thinking, you're thinking differently. You're thinking about what I'm telling you. Okay, you don't have to act on it. I'm not asking you to do that because I know many people, it's not your time yet. But when you get there, really look situationally at what you have going on in your life and what can you impart on with your experience to help others. Right now, I'm seeding people the idea that source is within. Where we go one, we go all. Not just some people that you choose to come with us, because they're all going. So why are you bad-mouthing, judging, and criticizing the other part of God that's having an experience? I did it. I'm guilty of that. I done it. I get it. I wasn't in the space where I am now, where I'm thinking, I allowed that switch to go off in my brain. I allowed myself to embody what I know to be source in my higher self. And walking in neutrality, understanding both sides, seeing both sides, feeding them both. Because when you see and walk the narrow path of the neutrality zone, not much is going to start taking you off and bothering you. You calm down, you let things go because they are not, and you have faith in the universe. Sacred scar. For sake of your inner and outer scars are marks of your soul's courage. They are signs of strength and survival of your willingness to be alive. The sacred scar speaks of that which once caused pain being transformed into higher knowledge and inner power. Everything I speak about, guys. Trauma shall be transformed through spiritual initiation, leading you from woundedness to wisdom. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You can trust your healing process and in the hidden higher purpose behind things happening as they do. You are strong and you shall flourish on all levels. Some experiences are hard to weather, even when our intentions is to trust. Going through a challenging time is likely to give rise to suffering. Consider the mother eagle raising her precious eaglets in the sanctuary of a meticulously padded and fiercely defended nest. They know safety and comfort until one day the mother who provided unceasing nurturance abruptly pushes them out of the nest and into the air. She knows this is how they will learn that they can fly. For the eaglet, there is not yet any such knowledge. Disorientated and disturbed, but eventually innate instincts overtakes confusion, and those brave little eaglets begin to flap their fledgling wings during the plummet from the nest. They have learned the purpose of the tough lesson in growing. The trauma of disruption became their intuition into power. You don't have to enjoy the process of growth, but you can always trust it has your best interests at heart. However, do not confuse negative, especially traumatic experiences as something spirit has inflicted upon you. Nope. Sit in. Oh, spirit will love your growth to happen in the most joyful and peaceful ways possible. As your relationship to spirit heals and strengthens, this can be the way you grow more often than not. However, spirit also knows that sometimes we are not to move through experience, intense as it is, before we can gain access to the light. Those experiences can teach us things only those who have truly suffered and brought their sufferings to consciousness and healing can know. Hi. The lessons learned included compassion, wisdom, strength, and fearlessness, faith and spirit, and inhumanity, and the recognition of the challenges of awakening, while having trust in the ultimate power of the light. Such a soul becomes one truly badass divine human being, a powerful healer and a light bearer in this world. The Oracle of Sacred Scar lets you know that your greatest struggles are the pathway to your potential. You are not being punished. Those circumstances have not been imposed upon you by Spirit, but Spirit will work with you to free you of negativities and bring you into the light, stimulating the sacred alchemical wisdom within your heart that knows how to distill goodness, grace, and healing from even the most terrible experiences. If you are deep in suffering now, know that Spirit is with you, loving you and bringing you this oracle. You shall heal. Do not give up. Proceed until you are exactly where you most want to be. You have the inner spirit to ensure even a negative experience will only cause positive growth in you and your life. This is the harder part. Embodying that. Are you embodying that? That card sums up what I am, what I went through, what all of you are going through. Are you willing to take the steps to make the changes in your mindset, to walk the path? I know you guys can. We need to make that effort because it's starting. It's not going to be done anytime soon, but it started. And we really need more people to be there, to be the healers, to be the light workers, to be a sound mind. You don't need to encompass the light, the body, if you're not ready yet to do that. But you know what? When you're out with your girls, your guys, you're in the man cave, you're chilling, you're having your beer, you're just doing you. And someone's having a bad day and you give them some advice. What do you think that's saying? You don't need to have a spiritual circumstance to be spiritual. You don't even need to mention the word spiritual. You just be. You share your experiences. And when you hear from other people that are going through stuff, right? The best course of action is to give them compassion and love and just listen. And if you can impart something on them, great. Sometimes not everybody's looking for that, but in time they will if they can trust you. Everybody has gone through something. We've all had some sort of trauma in our life, whether it's minute to you, but to somebody else, it's just huge, big deal. Doesn't matter how trivial. It's still an experience. It's still causing emotional pain or suffering to somebody. Acknowledge it. Stop belittling people. I notice that's a big thing right now in the collective. If Source is playing out his role on both sides, and other things were a choice that God needed to make through those people. You played one paradigm on the pole and they played another. Let's stop judging. And let's stop ostracizing. And let's try to get as many people in unison together. We can't do that if everybody's very divided and still dividing and keeps dividing. That's the sad part. We're going to get through this, guys. The energies are harsh, so I really recommend to go. Again, I was out in the snow squalls yesterday. It snowed. I took the morning to appreciate that experience, how it filled my heart, and really ask some deeper questions of myself that only maybe right before I did this video got answered. And not all the time have I ever got my answers that quick. Sometimes I wait years. We're on God's time, no one else's. So please take this time in this course of this month. It's a big energy month to consciously take breaths, to consciously be in the moment. Drink more water. I'm trying to drink as much water as possible. Try to come into your heart space and have compassion and understanding that you and everybody else are the one. They're coming with you, whether you like it or not. So better accept them, transmute it, and move on. Right? If you don't let them affect you, you're not going to manifest them. When you let them bother you, and we're pointing fingers, yeah, we need to know what was done, but we can do it in a gracious way. Oh, but Allison. Oh, but. No buts. We need to transcend. We need to become the adults that many of us are. We need to be way showers and examples for the children now. So, what would you teach your child? What are you teaching your children? Well, this is poison, but the poor people can eat it, but this is poison. Or, okay, so we're not going to judge people for basing what they're eating because it's of God, poison or not. People need to eat, right? Conscious choice. Feed the energy you would want back. Not feeding on the energy where you're These guys upstairs. You want to take in and give out equal amount of energy in balance on the frequency and vibratory state that is even to your level. When we're lowering ourselves down, and not in a negative way, but we're lowering our thinking, we're coming down in frequency to meet other people because they're not elevated just yet. Again, that's fine. But where's your cutoff point? How much energy are you going to expend to try to figure out somebody? Wake them up. But they're not meant to wake up right now. Just seed them. Whatever it is that you feel they need. And wish them love and compassion and move on. If you know, what's playing out right now is a lot of jealousy, a lot of enviousness. You're looking at people differently. You're judging them, making assumptions. You don't know everybody's totality story unless you live in that person. So let's be more consciously aware of how we project our words, how we're going about our days, how we are speaking about other people, how we really are trying to help other people. It's a whole operation, and we're all involved in it. And where we go one, we go all. And I'll keep repeating that, because when you understand what that really implies, you will stop pointing out the division and the hate and the division and the hate and the narcissism and the hate. Well, they have ego. Everybody has an ego. It's how you use it. Be in the moment, be in the conscious breath, be the creative self. Go look at nature. It's too cold to be sitting out in nature. I was walking through it. It was beautiful, but I was done after a little bit. But it's just being and connecting with nature and being. I hope something made sense to somebody. I hope the cards were helpful to somebody. Again, I'm really, really, really exhausted, but there's a lot of reasons for that. But I need to get this out. It's in my mind. It needs to come out because I'm being bugged. I hope each and every one of you have a really safe rest of your week. Please keep the vibrations high. Stop lowering your stuff because other people piss you off. Being pissed off is a choice. When you're angry, it's a choice. Make better choices. Why are you feeding other people's negative energy? Someone says something you don't like Tinder, scroll. Stop feeding the negative the energy. That's what I was trying to get out before. Giving everybody love, light, protection, shielding, and neutrality. Find the God within you. Find the divine spark within you. You have it. Most of us came in with it. Look at the world and how you are projecting in it. Look in the mirror and see how you are acting day to day. And we all need room for improvement, even myself. So what are the things that you can improve upon each and every day to make better, make a change that could change your life? I hope many of you take that challenge. Hopefully I get to do another one tomorrow and it's not that late and I get more sleep. Until tomorrow, hopefully. I'll see you on the next one, guys.